All right, this is the fourth time I'm recording this video. If this goes bad, I'm giving up. Hey, this is Justin, back with another video. And today, guys, I just wanted to talk about some stuff. Just kind of going to 2026, where things are going and how I'm feeling and what you guys can expect to see, because it's going to be a little different. And to be frank with you, it's not even necessarily about the content. Because this is kind of honestly a talk I want to do aside from YouTube and like the content creation I do and everything like that. Because, well, first of all, let me say apologies for the slow year of this 2025, because it's just like I only had 2 videos out. I have a new job that's taking up my time. As you can see, I'm in a new location just to do some work and make some extra bucks. But essentially, I don't have the same time as I used to, and it means that I don't have the time to put into videos as much as I'd like to. And even with that being said, I have a lot of progress made into other videos I plan to put out next year, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long of a wait next time. Hopefully we can have at least a good 3, 4, or 5 videos next year and be a lot more efficient this time with the time that I do have. But nonetheless, what I want to talk about is actually something a little bit different. What I wanted to say first and foremost is that, well, let me start by saying this too, actually. This doesn't mean content's going away. This doesn't mean I'm quitting YouTube or anything like that. Nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. I still plan to make plenty more, and I still have plenty of ideas, and I still want to have a lot of fun with the channel and everything like that. As a matter of fact, I want to be more creative and more just have more development to everything. I think there's a lot more that I can do that I haven't been doing because of worry of time or this or that or whatever it is. And I don't want to be afraid of that anymore. I'm just going to go full in with what I want to do and have fun with it. But speaking of that, it's worth saying that I feel like I'm being called in a different direction in a sort of sense. And what that it pretty much means is that I feel like the idea of making art about other people's art isn't the direction I want to be taking right now. I feel like I'm finally being called in the direction of making something that just is my own. And what that essentially means is, well, I plan to make my own comic by the end of this coming year, December 2026. And what this video essentially is to try and hold myself accountable to that and make sure I'm progressing towards that goal. And whether you guys want to or not, if you want to throw that same sort of scrutiny at me to make sure that I'm going towards that goal, then that's what we have here. But this kind of gives some backstory to this. Fun fact about Justin: I don't usually open up like this, but why not? It might as well. In 2020, I was actually going to film school to be a film director, and I thought it was like my calling for the longest time since about 2016, since I graduated high school. Like I knew I wanted to make movies or whatever it was. And once I actually got to art school, very expensive, by the way, I don't recommend it unless you really want to. I just found it wasn't for me. I just found the experience I thought I was going to have, that the fulfillment I thought I was going to have wasn't there. As a matter of fact, it was kind of the opposite. It was kind of sucking away from my creativity. It was kind of taking away from my wants and everything like that. I just didn't feel like it was right. And again, that wasn't because it was the passion itself. It's because I didn't think I melded with the passion as much as I thought I did. But what I ultimately realized is that didn't mean that I didn't want to tell stories. I just wanted to find a different way to do them. And I hadn't really found the exact way of how I wanted to do it until maybe a year or 2 ago, when I just kind of decided, like, I had these visions for what I wanted to do with the movies or the TVs or whatever, or the TV shows and whatever. And I was just like, you know what, let's just make a comic out of it. Ever since I was a kid, since I could remember, I've loved to draw, and I've always wanted to make more illustrations and get better at drawing and whatever it is. And if you've seen my Twitter page or anything like that, I've been putting a lot of effort into drawing and everything like that, just to make sure that I can, again, further hone in my skills and refine everything, and just kind of be on the path towards that goal of making that comic. And hopefully soon, I guess I have it with the YouTube scripts that I make every time, but I still also want to work on creative writing and that kind of idea, to make sure I'm telling stories in an engaging and creative way that isn't just, cookie cutter or like the same as other people, or, just kind of, a dime a dozen. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm looking for. So I really want to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can with that, because if I want to put my time into this passion, I want to make sure it's everything I've got into it, with the little time I have, of course. But it's pretty much just me rambling. Honestly, this is just me just wanting to put this out there again, because I really want to make sure that this happens. I really want this to be something that I can do, and something that you all can see happen. It's something I want to chronicle, essentially. As I go, I want to hopefully do something like month by month and kind of show progress updates and status reports of where things are, and hopefully make like a big video on the main channel by the end of the year showing the full progress, the full process, and hopefully have it released at the same time too, right? The goal is December 2026 for one of the ideas I have in mind, which, by the way, there are four ideas I have in mind of what I want to do. One of them is a long series, like an actual full-on series. The other one are just more like one-shot comic ideas, but the time I need to invest into making sure I learn how to make not just like the illustrations themselves, but how to panel correctly and how to use the framing of wording correctly and how to make those more engaging, and again, so on and so forth. There's a lot that needs to be done in terms of how I want to learn and to do this. And I'm going to invest my whole year into it. I want to make sure I'm accountable for it. But overall, that's really the majority of what I wanted to say. But as always, I have to throw in a big thank you to anybody watching this or anybody who has been watching, just because the fact that you guys are here, the fact that you guys have been here, and the fact that you guys are even listening to what is now 6 minutes of me rambling means the world to me. Like, I doubt this will make like any really views because I haven't uploaded this channel in a year. Like, it's fine. You know, it's not the biggest deal about the views or anything. The main thing is kind of building this journey up and making sure that people are invested and interested once the actual product is out. And I hope I can have that. I hope I can have some sort of little thing that, again, it's kind of a thing of legacy at this point to me. I kind of feel like there just needs to be a piece of me that I leave here, because I feel like it'd be so wrong of me not to offer something up, even if it gets rejected. Just it wouldn't sit right with me. I feel like the whole theme of 2025 for me is, would you rather do it and fail doing it, or would you rather live with the regret of not doing it? And 99% of the time, it's just do it. Just do it. What you have to lose is so little, versus what you have to lose by not doing it is so much. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking of doing, and I just want to, again, put this out there. And if you guys have any sort of ideas, or hell, you know, I'm not planning to like illustrate this thing alone. I'm hoping to like hire some people to help me out or whatever it might be. You know, if you have some interest, let me know. But overall, thank you. I really appreciate you for listening to this, for one, and I'm very glad that nobody called me in the middle of this, because otherwise I would have lost my mind. Again, this is the fourth time recording this video. I'm losing my mind. I'm also tired. But nonetheless, yeah, that's it. Thank you. I will see you all hopefully very soon. Y'all take care.